Hey guys, hope you're having a really great morning. Thanks for joining me and taking the time on Monday morning. I'm sure some of you have gotten up a little bit earlier than you normally would like to be up. And some of you have probably been up for hours and already have half of your day done. So we'll go ahead and get moving. Come onto your mats and we'll start seated just for a moment so we can get the breath going. And I have my sidekick here, Bruno, to, I don't know, he'll probably just chill and lay down there. But when you're ready, we'll go ahead and start to ground into our practice. So feel the sit bones rooting down. If this doesn't feel good for the knees this morning, you can always have the legs extended out or any other comfortable position. And then typically it feels better if you have like a little blanket or a pillow underneath, not a really big pillow, but something underneath the booty just to lift up. So if the hips are tight or the low back is tight, maybe sit on a yoga block or a pillow or a folded up blanket. And then you can rock the sit bones from side to side. I always like to start our practice grounding and feeling into our morning. So lift up through the center of the chest, pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. And then this morning to start, you can either have the palms face down if you need to start your week with a little bit more grounding, or maybe you decide to have the palms face up if you feel like you need to invite a little bit more inspiration. And we'll close the eyes. Seal your lips together and just start to breathe. We'll just take a couple of breaths here, softening the eyes and starting to soften the internal nervous system. You might have woke up and hit the ground running, lots of stuff to do this morning, or the body might feel stagnant. So let's just breathe into what's going on right now. And take a couple of breaths. And we'll bring the hands together in front of the heart. Feel the sternum lift up into the thumbs. You'll grow tall through the spine. And then we'll take our 3 cleansing breaths to begin our practice. All together, big, deep inhale through the nose. Pause at the top, and then open the mouth and slowly sigh everything out. Notice the pause at the bottom. And then again, big inhale all together. Open mouth, exhale to slowly sigh it out. One last time. Bigger inhale here. And then open the mouth, sigh it out. Seal your lips right away and start to bring your awareness to your conscious breath. And again, that sounds like you're fogging up a mirror as you breathe in and out of the nose. So slowly breathe in through the nose, constricting the back of the throat to give your breath a sound, a voice. And as you stay with that sound, start to feel the sit bones ground even more into the surface that you're sitting on. And then we'll blink the eyes open. Go ahead and come down onto your back. We'll have the feet hip-width distance apart. And then you'll want to have the chin slightly tucked. So if you have a ponytail like me, it might be a little bit challenging to do. But you'll have the chin tucked. Bring the right knee into the chest. And then just soften that right hip down. You can keep the left foot where it is, or maybe you extend it straight out. And then roll out the right ankle. Make sure you go in both directions. Get into the top of the foot and the Achilles. Feel the shin and the calf, maybe a couple of points and flexes. And then extend that right leg all the way up. You might have a slight bend in the knee if the hamstring is still tight. Wrap the hands around the hamstring and press the hamstring into the palms. Try and flex the foot. Even if you have a slight bend in the knee, you'll still flex the foot and reach through the heel. And as that right hamstring starts to open up, push it more into the palms and feel the right hip pushing forward. Also see if you're lifting that right hip up off the floor, drive it down to the floor. And then you'll take a breath here to settle. Both feet are flexed now. And then bend the right knee back into the chest. Place the foot down onto the floor. Open up the right knee. And then you'll have the right foot come close to the inner left thigh. Notice what's happening with this right knee, if it's coming down to the floor and if it's making the hips uneven. So just look down. If the right hip is lower than the left, then you're just going to have to use that engagement with the right thigh to bring the right knee up slightly. Drive the left hip down. Take a couple of breaths here. We'll interlace the hands above the head. You can leave the pointer finger and thumb out. And then soften the shoulders. One more full breath here. Bring the hands all the way down to the heart. Use your right hand to bring the right knee back up, right foot on the floor. And you're going to bring the right knee all the way into the chest. Step the left foot onto the floor. Then you're going to place the right ankle on the left knee. Flex through the right foot. So you might already feel a little bit of opening through the hips here in the low back. You can always go a little bit further by lifting the left foot off the floor. Interlace the hands now around the left hamstring. And you're going to press the left hamstring into the hands. Keep driving the right knee forward. Both feet are flexed. And then see if you can soften somewhere. Soften through the hips, maybe the shoulders. And then take a full breath. And you'll keep the feet where they are, the right ankle on the knee. You can just let the left foot come to the ground. Cross the right leg all the way over the left. And then you're going to bring the arms out to a T or a cactus, whatever feels good. But you're going to keep both shoulders connected to the floor. And then I like to scoot my hips over to the right. Take a big inhale to bring space into the body. And then let the knees fall down over to the left. You can gaze straight up to the ceiling, or maybe you turn and gaze towards that right shoulder. And then just feel both shoulders connected to the floor. Maybe close the eyes, deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Inhale, and we'll come back to center. Keep the crossing of the legs. Just press the left foot into the floor to square the hips. Arms are still out to a T. Bring the left arm underneath the right. Backs of the hands touch, or maybe the palms touch. You're going to lift the feet off the floor. Maybe you circle the right foot around the left ankle. And then inhale to grow nice and long. Maybe bring the fingertips over the head. Bring the toes to touch the ground. As you exhale, everything's going to lift. Bring the elbows towards the knees, belly button towards the spine. Inhale to lengthen. Big inhale, stretch the chest. And then exhale to round. Elbows come towards the knees. Do that one more time. Keep pressing the elbows away from the face. Bring the fingertips to touch the earth. And then one last time, exhale, round the back, chin towards the chest, belly button to the spine. Inhale to unwind the arms. Keep the legs where they are. You're just going to separate the ankles. If you have had the big toe hooked around the ankle, let go of that. Lift up, lift the feet off the ground, and then spread the feet in opposite direction. So you'll still keep the crossing of the legs, and then reach for the ankles or the feet. If you can't grab for the feet, I want you to feel the feet trying to touch opposite walls. But what you're doing here is you're just tightening that squeeze, that connection between the thighs. And then maybe you soften the head to the ground. Again, it doesn't matter if you can touch or grab for the ankles, still tighten and squeeze the thighs together. And then wherever you are, take another full breath in and a full breath out. And then we'll release the legs if you have them. Bring the feet back to the floor, one foot next to the other, hands to the belly. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale to bring the left knee into the chest. Can feel the left hip driving now down to the floor. Soften that left hip forward. Make sure you're relaxing through the shoulders. And then let's roll out the ankle in one direction. Can roll it out so you can feel the top of the foot and the shin. Roll the other direction. Just notice how the foot is feeling. And then let's go ahead and extend the right leg out straight. Reach through the right heel. And then now extend the left leg up straight. Interlace the hands behind the left hamstring. Reach through the left heel. So even if the knee is bent, you're still flexing the foot and trying to drive the heel up towards the ceiling. Notice what happened to this left hip. Did you bring tension back into the left hip? Soften the hip down to the floor, press it forward, and then take another full breath here to soften. Take one more breath in and a full breath out. Hug the left knee back into the chest. Step the left foot onto the floor. And then you're going to let the left knee come out to the side. Look down. Make sure that you see both hips even. Make any adjustments with the left knee that you need to. Drive the right hip down to the floor. Interlace the fingers overhead. You can leave the pointer finger and thumb out. You'll drive through the right heel. Open up through the chest. And then find a breath here to soften. Bring the hands all the way down through the chest. Use the left hand to pick the left knee up so that the foot comes onto the floor. Hug the knee back into the chest. You're going to step the right foot in. Place the left ankle, on the left knee. Then you're going to open up the right hamstring. Interlace the hands behind the right hamstring. Pull the right knee closer towards the chin, and then the left knee presses away. You might have to do some manual action here by actually feeling the knee pressing forward. And at that same time, you're going to feel this opposite action of the right hamstring pulling into the thighs, or pulling into the hands, the back of the thigh into the hands. And take another full breath. And release the right hamstring. Cross the left leg all the way over. Bring the arms either out to a T or a cactus. And then the gaze can stay up towards the ceiling, or maybe you turn it towards the left shoulder. Find that little stretch through the torso. Maybe you feel it along the low back. And then a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more full breath. And then you'll use your inhale. Come back to center. Press the right foot into the floor so that the hips and shoulders are square with one another. And then lift the right foot off the floor. Maybe you interlace or you tuck that toe behind the right ankle. Arms are still out to a T. Either cross the backs of the hands to touch, right elbow underneath the left, or maybe circle the palms to touch. Inhale to open up, toes come down, fingertips to the floor overhead. And then exhale, lift everything. Elbows come towards the knees. Inhale to expand, fingertips to the floor, toes to the floor. Exhale to round. Belly button comes towards the spine, chin towards the chest. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, find length. And then exhale, round. Keep the crossing of the legs. Just unhook the ankle if the toe is crossed. And then you're going to release the arms, lift the foot up, spread the toes in opposite directions, reach for the ankles. Hug the thighs close together and keep tightening the thighs, trying to reach the toes towards the opposite wall. Soften through the shoulders and take a full cycle of breath here. You're going to uncross the legs, bring the knees into the chest, lift the forehead towards the knees. Take a full deep breath in and a deep breath out. You're going to rock over onto your right side. Press up with the palms, come all the way over into a table pose. Knees are going to come right underneath the hips. Engage the core, press the heart forward, ground the palms into the floor. Soft shoulders here. And then one foot at a time, step all the way back into plank pose. Feel the length through the backs of the legs. Keep the core engaged. We've already warmed up the core with those little crunches. So bring the belly button to the spine. Press the floor away. Don't dump the chest there. Find that little spread, almost like you feel in cat pose. And then notice, are we dumping the head here? Can we lift the back of the head so it's in line with the shoulders? Chin is tucked. Take another breath in. Grow really firm through the legs. Drive the palms down into the floor. And then you'll use your next exhale to pull the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Press the floor forward. Find softness through the back. Feel the heart pressing closer to the front of the thighs. Take another cycle of breath here. And then let's inhale, come up onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees, bottom of your exhale. Exhale all the way. Step to the top of the mat. You'll be in a forward fold. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Find your flat back. Rock the weight into the toes. And then exhale to forward fold. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Feel the palms touching overhead. And then exhale, pull the hands down to the heart. You'll close the eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale to sweep the arms out and up. Look at the palms as they touch. Exhale to lead with the heart dive all the way over the thighs. Inhale, find your flat back. Rock the weight into the toes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Palms are going to touch. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Deep breath in and out. And bring the hands to the hips. Keep the right foot where it is and step the left foot up. Or bring the left knee, in line with the left hip. And use this to find balance in the right leg. Keep the core engaged here so the sternum lifts up. And then you'll find your drishti, something in front of you that's not moving, a focal point. Take a deep breath in to grow nice and tall. And then very gently step the ball of the left foot to the back of the mat. Heel is going to stay extended up to the ceiling. Press the ball of the right foot down into the floor. And then you're going to pull this right hip back so everything faces forward. Extend the arms up right alongside the ears. Make sure that the knee is right over the right ankle. Soften the shoulder blades towards the sit bones. Have the left leg nice and firm. Internally spiral the inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Hands are going to come back to the hips, ground back into this right leg. I want you to spring forward, bringing that left knee back in line with the left hip. So nice and gentle. You can even drag the toe. Sometimes that helps with your balance. Take a deep breath in so you can lift the heart up. I want you to start to bend this right knee. Place the left ankle on top of the right knee. We've already done this, but we were on our backs. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Feel the sit bones sitting down a little bit deeper, and then keep flexing this left foot. Press the left knee down. Find your drishti, find your balance. Take a full cycle of breath in and a full breath out. So I'm going to give you an option here. You can stay up, or maybe you start to squat lower and you just bring the hands down to touch the floor. Nice and slow. Keep the left foot flexed. And then if you are hinged forward, tuck the chin. Pull the right hip back. And then inhale to come back, hands to the heart. Take a full breath in and out. And then we'll inhale to rise. Release the left foot. Notice all of that strength you've built in the right side of the body. That hamstring and thigh might be firing. The glute might be firing. And then now let's bring the weight into the left foot. Bring the hands to the hips to start with your balance. Find your drishti. Lift up through the sternum. Right knee comes in line with the right hip. Flex the foot. So it's better to first find your balance before just jumping right into the pose. Engage the core. We don't want the work just to be in the legs. Use the entire body here wherever you can. So lift up through the center of the chest. When you're ready, slight bend in that left knee. Step the ball of the right foot all the way back. So you can start to walk it back. Make sure that the left knee is over the ankle. And then the right heel is extended up towards the ceiling. Spiral the inner right thigh up towards the ceiling. And as you drive the ball of the left foot down, pull the left hip back, this left outer hip. Inhale the arms right alongside the ears, and then soften your shoulders down the back. Notice if you're leaning forward with the heart, find alignment over the hips. Grow tall through the spine, long through the back of the neck. Take a full breath in and out. Hands can come to the hips, or you can keep them extended for a little bit of extra challenge. And then we're going to spring back onto that right foot, right knee in line with the right hip. You can drag the toe up if that helps. And then take a full deep breath in. Hands will come to the heart if they're not there. Slight bend in that left knee. Flex the right foot. Place the right ankle on top of that left knee. Sit nice and low. Lift the sternum up towards the chin. Keep with your breath. Stay with your focal point. Can sink a little bit lower. And if you fall out of it, just come right back into it. It's those muscles that are firing. Choose to stay up here. If you want to challenge yourself, maybe you slowly bring the hands all the way down to touch the floor. Look down. Pull that left hip back. Keep the right foot flexed. And then inhale, bring the hands back to the heart. Nice and slow. And then on our next inhale, we'll all rise, stand into that left leg. Release the right foot next to the left. Shake it out a little bit. Feel the glutes engage, both hamstrings firing. Just lift up through the heart here. Hands can be at the heart. You can bring them to the hips or to the sides of the body. Find your version of mountain pose here. Close the eyes. Root the feet into the floor. Feel the strength that you've built in the legs. Feel the core firing and engaged. And then maybe the heart starting to beat a little bit faster here. Deep breath in and out. Hands come to the hips. Bring the weight into the left foot. Going to bring that right knee up in line with the right hip. Sink down as low as you can. Cross the right leg all the way over. Maybe you hook the big toe around the ankle. I can't do it. I just have maybe 2 toes hooked around my ankle. And then you're going to bring the arms out to a T. You're finding your dristi. Left arm underneath the right, backs of the hands touch. You can always bring the big toe down as a kickstand to help with your balance. You can always come to a wall. So the backs of the hands touch, maybe the palms touch. Sink as low as you can. Keep crossing the legs. Keep finding or staring at your dristi. Find your breath deep. One more full cycle here, soft shoulders. And then you're going to keep the arms. Inhale to stand up on the left leg. Bring the right foot next to the left. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Palms touch. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Close your eyes. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Blink the eyes open. Hands can be at the heart or bring them down to the hips. That weight goes into the right foot now. You want to sturdy the right leg. Find your balance first. Find your dristi, your focal point. Cross the left leg all the way over the right. Maybe you hook the toe. And it helps to sink low and then cross the legs over and then pull the legs tight like we did earlier. And then arms are going to come out to a T. Keep sitting low but lifting through the heart. Right arm crosses underneath the left. Backs of the hands or the palms touch. Soften the shoulders. Relax the jaw. And take a full deep breath in. And your deep breath out. Keep lifting through the back of the head. Take one more cycle. And then keep the arms where they are. Inhale to rise. Left leg next to the right. Inhale to extend the arms out and up. Palms touch. Exhale, pull the hands to the heart. Eyes are closed. Ground into both feet evenly. Just notice now this stability and strength that you have created in both legs. A foundation for your entire body and for your mind to start the week. And then very gently, let's go ahead and come down to the floor. Give our legs a little bit of a break. You can bring the soles of the feet together now. Inhale to lift up and out of the heart. And then your choice, you can either tuck the chin and round the back, or you can have a flat back and start to bring the sternum forward towards the toes. So when you do this, this depends on what feels good to you. If your low back is sore, feel the knees opening up. You can hold the center of the feet with the thumbs. Feel shoulders soft, collarbone moving away from the chin. And take a full breath. Find softness in the body. Notice any gripping. Use this last breath here to release anything in the body that you can. Find softness in any part of the body. And keep the eyes closed or close the eyes if they're not. You're going to tuck the chin, raise all the way up. You can keep the feet where they are. You can cross the legs in a comfortable position. And then bring the hands to the knees, either palms down or palms up. And we'll just take our 3 cleansing breaths here at the end of our practice. All together, take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale everything out. Again, inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And then one final time, bigger inhale. And a fuller exhale. Eyes stay closed, hands come together now in front of the heart. I want you just to take a moment. Notice if you have a little bit more awareness. So you might hear extra sounds that you hadn't heard before. For me, I hear the birds chirping outside. I can hear cars passing by. Just take a moment to sit with yourself. There's no rush. Find a clarity in your mind. And find this strong foundation that you have created within to start your week. And when you're ready, blink the eyes open and lift the chin. Namaste. Thanks so much for your time, guys. I hope you had a really great practice this morning. That balance, especially first thing on a Monday morning, can be a little bit challenging, but I can definitely already feel it in my thighs and my glutes. So hope you guys do too. Drink lots of water, stay moving all day and all week. And I hope to see you guys on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Have a really, really great day.